Hello, everyone. I am a Girl Scout working on my Gold Award, which is what I am here to talk to you about today. The Gold Award is what you can achieve after achieving your Bronze and your Silver Award as a Girl Scout. The Gold Award is where you find a need in your community and address it. So today I'll be talking about rescues and why they need you, because I chose to educate people and further the information on rescues. So, what I'm going to be talking about today is rescues and shelters, along with breeders and pet stores, and the myths versus the facts of animal rescues. In the first few pictures I have here for you guys, that is me with my dog Maverick, who we adopted from Double Dog Rescue. And in the middle is my cat Rocky, who we actually found underneath our porch with five other kittens. And in the final picture of a cat with a cowboy hat, that is my cat Tom, who was dropped off at a veterinary clinic, and we adopted him from there. So, the first thing I'll talk about is the benefits of adopting from a rescue or a shelter. It is so great that you're taking an animal off the streets or that could have came from a harsh background. These animals are so much more appreciative and happy to have a forever home. Another great thing is that they might already have some training. Like some can already be house trained and know certain tricks. Like when we adopted Maverick, he already knew how to do paw and to sit. Another thing is that you can find one that basically matches you or basically your dream pet, just the one that you would want. Like you can find one at any age that has any energy level and that has the personality you would want in a pet. Something else is that rescued pets are usually mixes, so they wouldn't be prone to breed specific health issues. Like occasionally, one type of dog, that specific kind, may have certain health issues. But rescued pets, if they are mixed, they typically don't, so they could possibly live longer because of that. And in the picture I have here, it's a little before and after of a adopted dog from a shelter. And as you can see in the before, he or she is just sitting in the corner, all sad, unhappy, just got like a little pout on his face. Just looks very sad in the corner. But in the after picture, you can see a big smile on their face. Them sitting on a bed, they look so happy to have a forever home. So now I'll sort of talk about the cons of adopting from a rescue or shelter, but there really aren't any cons to adopting from a rescue or shelter. But just to let you know, you may not be able to find the exact breed you want at first or after a while. Like let's say you were looking for a specific kind of dog. The rescue you're looking at just might not have that specific kind. And you may not be able to find it after a while, but there is rescues across the United States that are breed specific. So from that, you may be able to find a specific breed that you want. Another thing that is kind of sad is that the pet you want, you may realize they have certain health problems or issues, but you'll usually know about that before as the rescues and shelters have found that and will tell you about it before. Or if not, you'll usually find that in the first few months or weeks of having your pet. The last thing is when adopting, you might be asked personal questions that might be unexpected. But this is just so the rescue and shelter knows that the pet is going to the right home and not the wrong one. This is a quote from the ASPCA, which is the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, and they say with somewhere between 5 and 7 million homeless animals entering U.S. animal shelters, it's unconscionable to suggest, as one writer did in the Washington Post, that adopting a pet from an animal shelter is a bad idea. What they're trying to tell us is that it's never a bad idea to adopt an animal from a shelter, as there are so many coming in. Now I'll talk about breeders and pet stores. While you may be able to get the animal you want at a young age and that specific breed you want, they are prone to those breed specific health issues. So they may have more health problems and you wouldn't know about them at first. So they would develop or you would find out as they grow up. And they are extremely expensive, while rescue and shelter pets don't typically cost as much. And rescued and shelter pets have all their vaccinations and vet needs, while breeders And pet store pets typically don't have any vet needs, so you'll have to get those done, and don't have any training, so you'll still have to get all the training that they need. And if you don't get that training, they like a puppy could become an out of control adult dog. So now I'm going to talk about the myths versus the facts of rescues and shelters. So a myth is that animals that are on the streets or at a rescue or shelter must have been unwanted and must have been bad. But no, that's not true, as yes, they may have had a bad background in the past, but they're cared for and worked with at the shelters and with rescuers, as they do occasionally stay at foster families, which is a temporary home that they stay at before they find their own forever home, and they do become available for adoption when they become better trained if they even needed it, and not all rescue or shelter pets do need it. Another myth is that shelter and rescue animals are unclean while pet store animals are clean. That's not true, as the conditions in puppy mills, which are facilities that just continue to breed animals without caring for them enough, those conditions are far more worse, as they tend to be unclean and have diseases and other things that aren't right for the pets. Shelter and rescue animals typically live with the foster family, like I said, so they are definitely much cleaner and better behaved and just better worked with. Another myth is that there aren't any purebred animals, no specific breeds at all at a rescue or shelter. But no, that is not true at all, as typically they can be placed in shelters after their owner's circumstances change. And there's actually 25% of shelter pets are purebred. And like I said before, there are specific rescues across the US that rescue specific breeds of animals. So thank you everyone for coming to my presentation today. I hope you learned a little bit more about rescues and know how to make the right decision when you are adopting a pet. Rescues always need you.